Heidi. I've always wanted to do that. I'm Chloe Fineman, and this is Peach, and welcome to our home. So the feeling I want when people enter this apartment is rich. This is a rental. I don't think AD's ever done a rental, but I wouldn't say I'm rich, but I would say I have very expensive taste. So come to France. That's where we are. My sister made this like incredible painting, but this matches this rug that I got from ABC Carpet, which is my favorite place in New York. I've been going there almost 20 years, which is crazy. This is a chair that I saw on Instagram several years ago, and I messaged the woman in Rhode Island and was like, how do I get this? And then she made it for me. This is a regretsy, but now I'm trying not to regret it. It looked very different on Etsy, and then it's like painted, but it looks really expensive from afar, but close up it's like, I think this woman took puffy paint and stencils and tried to say this was like an Italian antique pillow. Brick is huge. Brick is huge in New York. I live for brick. The brick is lit. There's just something about like brick and brick colors. To find this apartment and every apartment I've ever lived in, search brick on Craigslist. You just put in like brick, 1 bedroom. What I love about it is I really have like a kink for crown molding. Hundreds of people applied to live here, and I wrote basically a love letter about the crown molding and also that I was conceived on this block. Turns out I wasn't conceived, but my parents did live here in the 70s. So, hey, that's cool. Here we are, there's like lamps galore, lamp, but there's no ceiling light, which I guess back in the day, people felt that overhead lighting was unflattering, because you can get Botox and all the fun little secret things we do these days. This I love. She's got indented nipples, which I had as a child, fun fact, and I relate to her. She doesn't have a name, but it was cool. I got this from Pearson Ward, and you could choose if you wanted like cold or indented. I went with indented. Here is where I keep my SNL badge that you actually need at all times. I've lost 5 or 6 of these. And yet I still have the same photo. This was like my first day of work. And your girl looks terrified. I procrastinate with interior decorating, which is about the whitest woman thing I've ever said in my life. I don't know where it comes from. It's just sort of like calms me down. It's a problem, like it's a full-blown problem. And I will say, prior to doing this Architectural Digest video, this chair was about 7 different chairs. Here's my thing. I have like a major velvet problem. When my boyfriend and I started dating and I moved into his house in LA, he was like, you get 1 velvet and 1 gold. And so in this apartment, everything's velvet and everything's gold because it's mine. Come on, let's go into this sitting room. Initially, this was a dining room. I had this idea that it would be like Le Pan Quotidien with like a big wood table and people would gather and chat and write. And then in the first year I lived here, we had 1 dinner party because the dog is bad. This is a monoprint that my sister Emma made. She basically gave me a bunch of pieces of paper. So I found this guy down the street in the West Village, and for 45 minutes every morning for the past 2 weeks, we would like repin everything. And let me tell you, lining up tits with a stranger is really a weird way to spend your morning. Multiple times he asked if it was me, but I really think it's beautiful. And the tits aren't fully aligned, but god damn it, did I try. I won't talk about the private part, but you can zoom in on that. Yeah, my sister drew some pubes. We're modern women. I saw this apricot couch and I had to have it. I just love the color of this couch, and I love this tiger pillow. These pillows over there are from Pearson Ward. I have like a huge pillow addiction with them. Tassels, that's my other thing. I like tassels, tassel chair, velvet. I like France. I'm not French. I like England. I'm not English. But I like to pretend I'm in a hotel. That's like my whole goal. I call this the clotel. Gross. Sue me. People lately have been like, wow, it's like Soho home. Cloho home. Obviously, this is a deeply feminine space. My boyfriend came home one day and the walls were pink and he didn't really have a choice about it. And yeah, I did it in a work week because I'm bad with time. It was a whole to-do with this living room. Mikey Day at work makes fun of me because right before table read, I picked up the phone and was like, ugh, and then hung up and was like, my painter's canceled, which is humiliating. And at work, oftentimes he'll be like, my painter's canceled. And I just like to think that I'm like a woman in Big Little Lies sometimes, and these are my problems. This chair is my pride and joy. There's two. It's not quite velvet, it's mohair, which is a very different thing, you know, as a velvet lover. If you come in close, there's like little flecks of pink. I think these are vintage chairs that were reupholstered. And honey, I'm horny for them. Horny. Now, I could have lied and gotten a ton of books for my bookshelf, but you know what? I really don't read. So this is my bug collection. I did go to a bug fair in LA and curate this box. This is a butterfly that I've had ever since I was a small child. Technically, it's a moth. This was like a really cool Hanukkah present I got one year because I am into like dead bugs. And then down here, this wasn't me. This I truly stole from work. This is my Princess Peach ring. Sorry, Jill, I took it. Living in New York now is very different than when I was at NYU. I will say I used to walk along this block and be like, one day, one day. So I'm really living an NYU dream being back in the village. So this is my bedroom. As you can see, it really just fits a bed, which is like very, very New York. Again, this like beautiful rug is from ABC. This lamp I got, and it was about this big in the picture, and then it showed up and it looks like it's from the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I truly painted this so recently. I just got really sick of the white bedroom. Basically, like, if you're on your phone and you're scrolling, all these bedrooms have this like linen color, and I was like, I just want to be like everybody else. I just want to have a linen bed, and I want to feel like I'm in England a bit, which I do feel I've achieved. This is Jake Arnold, has like a furniture collection, and I love this so much. Again, Pearson Wood, Pearson Wood, Pearson Wood. Ignore, 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 ignore. So this is my bathroom. There was this original blue tile, and then I painted it recently, another painting of my sister's. The coolest part is this chandelier I got in Cleveland while I was doing white noise, and this was $100. That's crazy. And the coolest part is I put things on a dimmer, and then I can take my beautiful bath. These towels are my favorite thing in the world. I got rid of every towel I've ever owned and just do these bathing culture towels. They dry your body. They're like a cloud. They're huge. You can take them to the beach. And they just remind me of Northern California, where I'm from. I love color, obviously. And as soon as I moved to New York, being from California, it's like everyone's in like black and blue and like all this stuff. And I've always just, God, look at me. Look at this. This is horrible. This is not what I wanted to become. Any hippie doodle rainbow stuff really helps me out. Oh, and the toilet's clean. Let's continue. Okay, now we go into the kitchen, but you can only really look this way because it's a kitchen and it's where I keep my mess. I don't bake, true story. I use my oven to store wigs. My kinks are brick and wigs and velvet. That's about me and dead bugs. This is like the coolest wig. I mean, I call her sex. I definitely, when I was at the Groundlings, tried to make this into like a woman who really was into thruples. Didn't quite make it. Limes. I love limes. I keep them in my house all the time. Just like beautiful, and I just have limes everywhere. It's just limes, limes, love limes. This is the section we didn't quite get to. This is kind of how the kitchen always is. Like everything looks like a magazine and like so chic and amazing, and then everything gets dumped in the kitchen. Cause like I'm a normal person. I don't really live like that. I'm just like lounging in filthy sweatpants in this like Parisian castle. And I have all that skincare you saw in the bathroom, but I forget to do it. I really do. So my new solution is I put it by the sink. So I got this Tata Harper. This is great. It removes makeup. And then, like, what is it? This is like smoothies I forgot to drink. Oh, no. And then this. What even is... Oh, my old wallet. But yeah, this is the real me. I can't even close it. Okay, let's continue. Bye, AD. Thank you for stopping by. The oldest store in New York. Hi, AD. Hi, AD. Hi, AD.